Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Welcome to K&D in the smoking area.
Don't smoke. It's not big and it's
It's
not
not
clever.
good. It's gross. It smells gross.
We're just outside for some fresh air.
It's too expensive now anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
good.
really
It
spenny.
should be.
So it's just a cultural reference.
Yeah. It's not that deep, hun.
It's not that deep. Get in.
King and D, we're a mess but we make it funny. King and D, there's just always bloody something. King and D, just two housemates with a dream. King and D, if you don't like us you're dead to me. Dead to me, dead to me. If you don't like us you're dead to me. Dead to me, dead to me. If you don't like us you're dead to me.
Here's a question. What's your most favourite day of the week?
Oh.
I like to know.
Tuesday, because it's not too, what is it from Mean Girls?
Not too hot because it's not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. Miss Congeniality icon.
I think my favorite day of the week is Thursday.
I love a Thursday.
Because it's like, if you go out, it's low stakes, low pressure. It's just like, you could just have a few nice drinks at a wine bar and go home.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of the best nights I've had on a Thursday, because it's like, it's Thursday. It's only Friday tomorrow. We can just like have some fun.
It's the weekend. When I wake up on a Thursday, I think it's actually the weekend. It's not Friday.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
And I really, really don't like Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I get really like, I don't know, like I get anxious.
Sunday
on the I get
scaries.
really, like lately I've been getting really, really bad Sunday scaries, which is so weird. Because we don't have a normal job or life, you know, like 9 to 5. So I've never experienced that until like recently, and I can't figure out why I feel so anxious.
That is interesting because
Yeah.
I don't get Sunday scaries.
Really?
I love a Sunday. I think it's just a really slow, gorgeous day. I love getting a really nice bottle of red, cooking some really good food, staying in, watching a cozy film, or going to the pub.
All I
love
hear
it.
is the tick, tick, tick of the clock heading towards midnight.
But then all you know is that you fall asleep and then you wake up and you saw me today and it's all nice.
Last night I could not sleep at all. I was so wired and I couldn't figure out why. And I think this is so cheesy. I think I was just really excited to like come and do this.
Just be creative.
It was weird though. Like I couldn't, because I'm a pretty good sleeper, but lately I just have not been able to sleep.
So excited
I'm
about
just so
K&D,
excited.
guys.
I'm so excited all the time. It's really strange. And that's what I like was thinking about last night. I wasn't anxious. Sometimes you get confused between anxiety and excitement.
Yeah, it's more anticipation.
Yeah, it was like I was about to do something really like, but then I wish I could tell my body that it's not scary, that I can just calm the fuck down.
Well, you lose me then. I'm an absolute living nightmare for anxiety and adrenaline.
Shaking
and
like a leaf.
I've had to go, and it's so interesting because I was listening to the Louis Theroux podcast with Sharon Hogan the other day,
Oh,
and I actually got a mention on there.
Shut up.
Well, they were talking
Oh my
about
God, yeah, the
court
show.
cases, and they said that they should do a Gwyneth Paltrow drama, and then someone wrote in being like, actually they did it into a musical.
I love
But,
Sharon.
yeah, she's an icon.
She's
but
sick.
she was speaking how she actually takes is it beta blockers?
Beta blockers.
Oh
Oh yeah, we're all on them.
And that really shocked me. And I've started taking them because I basically go into situations where my body just goes into fight or flight. And it's so unnecessary.
So when will our bodies learn that it's like, it's not that deep, hun?
Yeah, but I was feeling a bit of shame about it, thinking I got upset because I think for years I've been battling with anxiety when I do things with work, sort of going on stage or going into auditions, and now I've had beta blockers. I just feel just really calm, and I can actually just do my job without all this like negative self or the sweaty palms.
They're amazing, and they're not addictive either.
No,
so
they're
like
not.
You can go on and off them really easily.
Yeah,
whereas like
yeah.
antidepressants and anti-anxiety, you can't really do that. But like I am so annoyed because I was exactly the same. I've always had like generalized anxiety. I don't know, whatever. And then started had a gnarly breakup and like went to see the doctor, and I was like, I'm definitely not depressed. I'm just like, I need something right now to get me back in my groove. And they were like, cool, have these beta blockers, propranolol. We didn't mean race call it propranolol.
Yeah.
And then I realized that you can't take them with asthma.
Oh yeah,
It
fuming.
closes over my airways. And it's like really, really noticeable. So now I can't take it.
That would be a nightmare because
It's so annoying because I fucking love a beta blocker.
lifesavers.
And also I love I love that we're in like an era where mental health is just like not really stigmatized in the same way, but they're like so like everyone just is on them and it's so chill.
I just cannot believe it's almost as if I've heard about them. I didn't really know what they did, but I've suffered for so many years of just awful anxiety in, public speaking or, before going to audition, like I said, or doing a job, like on set, I was nervous about something. But they are great. But yeah, I don't get the Sunday scaries, but at the moment I do keep having more frequent feelings of just anxiety out of nowhere. And I have to be on my sofa. Yesterday, I was on my sofa and I was in a ball, not a bowl.
I was in a bowl.
Not in a fruit bowl. I was in a fruit bowl. I was in a ball in like the fetal position. Yeah. And I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel awful.
You get like that. You go south pretty quick.
I do.
Yeah, it's like 1 minute you're totally normal, and then the next you're like, I feel really weird. I feel really weird.
I feel really, really weird. I get these I get a state of panic just come over me. I was walking to the shop yesterday, and I just had to stand in the street and bend over. I was like,
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
I feel like you might
be mental.
No, I feel like you might have generalized anxiety from all those years that you spent in like the public eye in a time where you really got like the arse end of it, like mid 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, and then at the end of like 2010, 11, it kind of we started to get a bit more like woke about how damaging it was. But you got like shit in the press all the time about how you looked and like da. And I actually remember thinking when we did Edinburgh, remember you were like, because we were on stage every single night, you would just get into such a tiz about things, and we get into tizzes about different stuff, which is why like we work well together. But like you would always just get so nervous right before you went on stage, like you just like couldn't. And I was like, oh my god, you got PTSD from like being in that era.
I tell you what it is, you got to remember that my sort of step into celebrity or whatever like that, or public eye in my career and just music, was that I was on a show at 16 years old where I had to basically sing for my supper and sing for my little supper and I wanted that dream so bad, and I would stand on stage and be with these 4 adults that were in the music industry.
Who were your judges?
Simon, Cheryl All, Danny, and Louis Walsh.
Who's Danny?
Danny Minogue.
Oh my god, I didn't say Danny from the script. Is it from
No, Danny from the script. No.
Oh,
Danny
it's a good lineup. It's a good lineup. Yeah.
The gay icon Danny Minogue. Yeah. And I would stand there and be judged, literally judged. So I now have this feeling that I am always being judged.
Babe, that's what it is.
That's what it is. So, and you stand there and they basically tell you if they like you or if they don't like you, and they don't really hold back. No. And then
because it's TV.
Exactly. It's a reality show at the end of the day, also as a a talent competition. Yeah. And then you have the press then making opinions of you. You have people feeling that they can say whatever they want. Luckily, there's no Twitter around in my time, or else that would have pushed me over the edge.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you got the arse end of like bad tabloid media, but then you didn't get social media. Thank God.
I would just hear what maybe certain people were saying about me through journalism.
Like fucked up shit. I really feel like that's where it came from. It was a very, very like toxic time to be in the public eye, because we were still like doing cellulite on the cover of magazines and stuff, like so and so beach body, not really, and it would be like someone in their bathing suit. I don't know, it was awful.
Oh my god, I used to have all of that. I've spoken about this before, but I once had a journalist call me, and I went back to sing on the X Factor years and years later, and someone called me saying, how do you feel about people talking about your weight and saying that you've put on loads of weight? And I was literally like, I was 19 years old, maybe I had put on a bit of weight, but I think it's because I was just becoming a bit happier and becoming a woman, and it really... And
I really grew up on that show, didn't you?
And then I went away to Marrakesh for about a week with a friend, and I just didn't eat the entire time, and came back just to beanpole. And these things,
these things haunt you.
Speaking of which, Louis Walsh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that really leads us in nicely to our subject this week. I have been obsessed with watching anything to do with boy bands, specifically from the UK, because I realize there's not that many from America. There's like the big ones, but there's not. We really like the UK really nailed that.
Love
formula.
a boy band.
We love a boy band.
It all started from the Beatles.
And then so I was watching the Boyzone documentary, which I actually think was just fucking so good. It was really good. Howling, sobbing. I was so sad at times, but I also think it was a really interesting like expose about what it was like to be in that world and like plucked out of obscurity. And then it was fascinating. So I was like
I didn't really know a lot
blown
about
away.
Boyzone. I kind of thought that was all quite vanilla what went on
like,
there.
Yeah, same, like innocent.
I wasn't expecting that. Obviously, I went to go and see the Robbie movie.
Better Man.
Yeah, Better Man. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was really, really great.
He's a monkey.
Yeah, he's a monkey.
Why?
Because he says that he feels as a human being he's
like
not
monkey.
fully that he didn't fully develop. What is it that he's what did he say? Evolved. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's not fully evolved.
That's
why he says.
Oh, so it's like man going back in time to when he was a monkey.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what he
Apparently
says.
It really works as a narrative.
It really works. The CGI is amazing, and it's just CGI. It is. The CGI is really good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, all right. I need to see that. Yeah.
Anyway, I just really, really enjoyed it. And obviously we kind of knew he was quite messy, mental health issues, and it goes through it. But I didn't know that about Boyzone. I thought they were all quite vanilla and they all had a nice time.
What I found so interesting was like, I mean, do you know what? I actually said to Connor, I was like, bless Louis Walsh for actually doing this interview. I could not believe the words that were like coming out of his mouth. I was like, does he know he's on camera? Does he know that people are filming him? When they had the newspaper open about Stephen Gately when he was outed in the press, and obviously like Ronan couldn't even look at it
because it was so triggering and traumatizing.
His sister was like, get that shit away from me, and Louis like, oh my god, the front page, amazing. I was like
a little kid at Christmas, wasn't
it?
it?
It was like, holy fucking shit. But I thought, you know what, good on him for actually, like, he doesn't hold back.
The thing is about Louis, he's always just unapologetically himself and his
Is that
reaction.
what he's like in real life?
I think I didn't really talk to him that much when I was on. He wasn't really that interested in me.
Really?
No.
Anyway, we'll go there.
I wonder why.
But that's what I was going to say about Take That. Because I was watching the other boy band documentary, and like the managers of these bands, like quite often are like gay men, right? Well, Nigel from Take That is gay. And I was like, duh, because I was thinking, imagine if boy bands were created by straight men. They would all
would not work.
They would all just be like Kings of Leon.
I know.
Or like Razorlight. Or like Elbow.
You
that
need
would just
someone
be a
come
boy
in
band.
there to throw a bit of like glitter
like,
on them.
No, glitter, arseless chaps. And I was watching it and I was like, oh my fucking god, they've got the eyes of they're seeing them through a girl's eyes, basically.
Yeah, because they need to be camp. It works. I didn't actually realise that actually Take That went round and did loads of it. And Boyzone.
It was like gay porn.
It just got up at gay nights and just
the
danced.
jelly video that they, oh my god, the video of Boyzone.
When they're just dancing randomly on Saturday Night Live in Ireland and they're not even singing.
I'm totally obsessed with the fact that like they were just like, you know what, fuck it, we have not got an act together, we have not got anything to sing.
But what does that say about us as viewers and also the women that go mad for that? We were just saw these, at the time about 6 lads on screen. We were like, they're not singing anything and they're just so dancing weird. Pretty badly and everyone's obsessed with them.
Yeah, that's the thing, the dancing wasn't even good. It's just
very
like,
mediocre.
It was really mediocre.
Why did they then get really, really famous? It made no sense.
Because they were saying this about how it was women. Like women made these bands so massive.
The gays
and it was
and
like
the girlies.
The gays and the girlies. And I think this is like, you know, areas of society, like not to get like deep about it, but like areas of society that have been like marginalized for a long time. Like women weren't really allowed to be like sexual beings for a really long time. Gay men
boring.
It's fucking illegal. What?
Yeah, women not be allowed to be sexual
Yeah.
beings.
Boring.
Boring.
I thought I said gay men. You said boring. I was like, babe,
my
it's your
gays.
target audience.
My gays are boring.
I
Love
wouldn't
ya.
alienate the gays.
Love you, babies.
But no, so like with gay men, like it was fucking like legal to be gay until way too recently. So
I mean,
all
not
of a
everywhere.
sudden,
Just side note.
Human.
Human.
But like, yeah, all of a sudden in the 90s, we were allowed to objectify men, and we were just like, fucking, let's go full hog.
Exactly. This is also what I think about the 90s, how actually camp and gay it was.
The 90s was so gay.
It's like
so
everyone was
gay.
actually just out and fabulous, and and also all the songs, they were all just a bit naff and shit. Like they were like nursery rhymes, but we were loving it.
Honestly, those songs are dog shit, but like, fuck, Gary Barlow knows how to write a little jingle.
He does.
Because I didn't realize this. Candy, you know Robbie Williams?
Yeah.
Just a candy. Written by Gary Barlow. Co-written by Gary Barlow.
Gary Barlow.
Gary Barlow. I was like, they reunited for that, and I was like, fuck. But like, oh my god, it was just the most hilarious thing watching the first Take That video. It's like, I saw ball sacks. I saw balls. They were naked.
Wow.
Totally naked. Me and Connor were like, did you just see
Actual ball sacks?
Babe, go and watch it and pause
I've not
it.
seen this.
But this is what happened. It lets out this like animalistic thing in young girls. Like I literally remember being so obsessed. I was trying to remember what my favorite boy band was. It was definitely Backstreet Boys. I don't know why. I think it was Nick Carter and the curtain hairstyle.
Oof, what a babe.
Frosted tips.
Stunning.
Oh my god, like still it gives me shivers. But like you are my fire, my what? Like watching that, my fanny was tingling before I even knew
we didn't
what
know
it
what
was. I was humping pillows before I even knew what it was.
I always didn't realise it, but I was like, I really need a wee. Darling, you don't need a wee. Honey, that's not a wee you feel. I used to always go to the toilet, like, but I don't actually pee. But when I watch these people, I need a wee. It was so confusing. I thought I had a bladder issue.
That's so true. It's so true. I
don't
need a wee.
I'd be like, I really need a wee.
Warm, weird.
But
there's something rising.
Especially when I watched Grease and John Travolta, I was like, I always need a wee when I watch Grease.
Always.
Then all of a sudden, I watched Titanic. I went, really need a wee when I watched
I needed to wee when I watched Lion King.
Oh, really?
Simba. Get it?
Always needed a wee.
His voice, and I just can't wait to be king.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Though it's got the essence of like, yeah.
Yeah, Simba, what a babe. So yeah, isn't it funny? Our little bodies don't know what's going on.
But it really, like you're obsessed. This relationship that you had, and obviously you'd pick your favorite member. For me, it was Nick. And I always feel bad for the members that didn't. You just like the guy from Boyzone.
Oh, I know that was it Mike? I can't even remember. That's exactly the situation. That's why. This is exactly why Mike feels the way that he does.
Mike didn't go to the reunion at the end because he's fucking
awful.
sick of it. But it was, imagine being like, because in Boyzone, I can't remember. I actually can't remember.
I mean, to be honest, fair to Mike. I don't really know.
Fair to, yeah, the guy who. The guy who's in the back line with Mike, whatever his name is, he was just happy to be there. Do you know what I mean?
But
really
it's coming out that they weren't happy to be there.
Couldn't really sing, but like had a really good face. There was always that one that could not sing.
It's going to maybe say Howard, but Howard's in Take That.
Howard's in Take That. Anyway, so he'd be in the back line doing his little ooh. And it would be really fucking hard to let that go, because I remember when when Gary and Robbie went off to their solo things, the guys in the back line were like, wait, no, this is all we have, and they really found it hard to let it go. But I always feel bad about the guys that didn't get the fans. Like there was always that one.
Yeah, there was always
Kevin,
that one.
Backstreet Boys.
Kevin, again. They all merged into one, like five. I don't know who was really in five.
Yeah, and then there was like, who was the brother from Hanson that no one really fancied?
Oh.
Do you know Isaac? I think, I don't know. There was always that one, but like I bet they just look gorgeous now. But
yeah,
you know,
absolutely. But yeah, anyway, why we talking about this? We watched the documentaries, and it was very eye-opening. We don't know what goes on
Well-
behind closed doors, really. Like I said, I thought that Boyzone all got on, thought they were all mates with Louis Walsh, thought they were having a really nice time.
No one's talking to Louis.
And then look at
I
it.
felt sad for Louis ultimately, because I was like, you really don't have anyone. That's awful. We have to edit that out.
At Louis Walsh.
No. So this is where I got sad. I was like, Louis could have been at that reunion at the end.
I'm sure he has some family.
I'm not going to put that in. But like, Louis just could have been at the reunion with the end, but like everyone hates him so much that like he's not invited to any of the parties.
He doesn't care. This is the thing about Louis Walsh. I think he just don't care.
He actually
doesn't care. He'd rather just go and hang out with who he wants to hang out with and have his cash in his bank, really.
But then there was a bit in the documentary. He's like, well, I've done all right. I've got Westlife. And then he tries to think of another thing and he can't think of another thing. So do you think, he's got, like, how would he be making money?
I don't know.
What's he doing? Where are you, Louis?
I don't know. Maybe he has other things. You know, people like
ventures,
sort of go in with different people. The one thing that was really jarring was the sort of how journalists think that it's their duty to out someone's sexuality, which is just appalling, really.
Yeah.
And it happens all the time.
Caroline.
Yeah.
I thought about her so much watching that documentary. I just thought, honestly, they have so much blood on their hands, and I don't understand the argument of like, well, they're famous so they asked for it. It's like, no,
okay,
they're offering a service to the world, and it doesn't make them like a piece of meat that you then get to exploit and like abuse. It's weird.
It just feel like, okay, the press feel this need to say we have a story and we're going to run it. So you can come in, in on it with us. Ugh. Or again, what we all know happens is there's a lot of trading stories that goes on, but trading stories that goes on, so people won't want a story to be put out there, so they'll go, I'll give you another one, and maybe it also involves throwing other people under the bus. It's super,
and there's like no remorse from any of those journalists. Like the guy from The Sun that was in that documentary was just like,
which was so weird, because did you not notice to introduce him, his interview was the whole time in a car park.
Oh, in the
car. No,
he was all right.
Like he's spying on people.
That was so weird. I was like, that was really on the nose. I was like, why are they in the car? Like, do they not find a room?
Yeah, it was like he's spying.
Get a function room somewhere.
He was spying.
No, he was all right. To be honest, at the end, even though he was obviously not all right, he had a bit of a conscience. It was the guy who was the editor of The Sun who was like, I feel no guilt. And I was like, I just really feel like that's a very specific kind of person where you have to like disassociate your conscience from what you do, because really ultimately what they do doesn't better the world like in any way. It's just gossip.
I honestly could do without gossip.
I'm sick of it.
I'm
really sick of it.
It's like, it's talk, it's gossip. We don't really need to know what's going on. I get sort of pictures. You see a celebrity out and about with winning their award and those things and nice dresses.
Red carpets
are all really nice. But do we really, really need to know the ins and outs?
Now when I see a pap thing on the Daily Mail, I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck.
Do we really need to know the ins and outs of
also,
people's
there's no
lives?
need for paps anymore, because people have got phones. So I was like, I actually just feel like that whole industry is just sort of dead now.
Just sort of, yes. Stop it. It's still very still really toxic. Obviously we need help. Promotion always helps if you're promoting it. Zip it. Say we wanted to go on something and promote our podcast,
then we will.
And you can have your own voice, and also you need people to review things. Journalism is necessary.
I'm not saying all journalism is
no
bad.
one say anything about anyone ever. Everyone just shut up. It's just
I love Boyzone.
Newspapers are just pictures of people with no context.
I like pictures with awards.
Newspapers are just picture books with no opinions or anything.
What a lie.
What a lie.
But it did remind me how much I loved Boyzone.
It did.
Boyzone's music was so good.
And then I came to this realization when we were chatting on WhatsApp, and I was like, gosh, I've met quite a few of these people.
You have. Also, connection, I've written songs that take that song and Boyzone have sung.
Well, there we go.
I've almost got the trifecta of like Westlife. I've also done another boy band another boy band's cut a song of mine. I can't remember. Anyway, I was like, weird. I'm watching this, and then like on that tour, they would have been singing the song
That's
that
so
I wrote
funny.
on the last Boyzone tour.
You have a connection. Mark Owen once wrote me a song for a West End that I did. I did Little Voice, and I was in the studio with Mark Owen.
Good for him.
Yeah, and he's a lovely.
Mark
really
Owen
lovely.
has aged amazing.
Yeah, he looks great.
He looks
He's
incredible.
Yummy.
Oh,
Did you
that's so
see?
cute.
Did you see at the BAFTA Awards that Take That got up and
He
sang?
was
he was so camp, but it really
so
made me
camp.
laugh because it's like I wonder if Kylie Jenner knows who the hell that they are.
Yeah, Kylie
she's there
Jenner.
on the front door. She's there on the front. She's there on the front row, like watching this happening. Wonder what was just.
I still
thinking.
can't wrap my head around that relationship, but that's a whole
Kylie,
other episode.
What did they talk
Can
about?
I say something really potentially controversial?
You're gonna say it.
I think that Kylie Jenner's so famous that she's made Timothée Chalamet really uncool.
Yeah.
Because
right.
he used to be so cool.
He used to be
Maybe
quite
not in real
niche.
life, but he had like such a mysterious, and I feel like in order to be cool, you need to have sort of an essence of like mystery about you. And now he's doing
Gone too
too much-
mainstream.
He's too mainstream now, and I'm like, no.
There is
It's
such
over.
a weird hate thing, isn't there, with this whole... People just don't really... Maybe not the word hate, but people just don't really get the Timothée and Kylie thing, do they?
I get it. I'm getting it more and more when
Yeah.
I see them out. They're obviously obsessed with each other, and I'm
Yeah.
like super stoked to them. But I just think from like a PR perspective, it's like really shifted his image. But good for them. Like they're obviously really in love. It's been ages.
Yeah, oh my God, of course. And I'm sure she's like a really nice
She
girl.
actually
and
seems quite
she's
nice.
hot, and they're obviously having a nice time together. It's just, you know, what always made sense, I think, to the world is obviously just going to say it. You know, when he was with Lily Rose Depp, you just sort of, you make sense. She's French, and she's sort of
makes
very,
sense.
and she's an actress, and she's
It
just
makes
super
sense.
talented. And
Yeah.
it's like, obviously, Kylie comes from, she's more commercial, and she comes from nepotism, and she's a reality TV star.
Yeah.
So I think some people's brains don't really understand it, but also they love each other, and it's
Crack
happening.
on.
Everyone needs to just get over it.
How did we get on that subject?
I don't know.
Can't remember. Should we talk
Oh.
about what's pissing us off?
Yeah.
Are we done? Are we finished talking about Boyzone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, she's
can you
hungry.
feel my tummy?
Tummy's rumbling.
Right. What is pissing us off this week? What's pissing
I am
you off?
honestly sick to death of being on the tube and people playing their videos on TikTok out loud.
I'll just stare at them until they stop.
I go shh.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm a nat.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I go shh.
Like
It's
that?
really loud.
Do you
Or,
actually?
yeah, I'll be on the train and I'll be on a journey for a while, and I
Yeah.
will say to people,
Yeah.
I'm very, I'll be
Very,
like,
very
really sorry,
cool.
but can you just turn that off or down, because
Right.
I've got a train journey to do and I don't want to hear your TikToks.
And it's always something really shit too. It's not like they're playing good music.
It's just really loud. Like, what I don't understand is I'm on the overground, right? And there's a man, and it's so loud, and all the tube's quiet, but we're all hearing. You know that it's your device that everyone's hearing.
I would rather die than anyone hear what's coming out of my phone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so conscious of it.
If I have a moment,
I can't even have a
where-
phone conversation in front of another human being.
Exactly. Even if I have a moment, sometimes I'll be caught on the overground and someone will call me and I'll have to sort of finish a conversation
Hi,
or be
yeah,
like,
hi,
I'll be
hi.
really, really
Yeah,
quiet.
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll be
Like
yeah.
hush.
Oh, I get it. And I have had sometimes where there's been a moment where someone's called me and I know I won't catch them again, and it's been a really rare moment, so I'll keep my headphones in and I'll talk really, really low on the tube. But it's these people, bold as bloody brass, that have it really loud, and it's like,
It's mad.
if my
Sometimes they're like they're on a phone call, and I'm like, but we're in a tunnel. Like, what? By what wizardry are you
Yeah.
still on this phone call?
How
Like,
is that happening?
You're underground. It's
just,
weird.
I find it crazy. It's this real, just total, no self-awareness.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's pissing me off.
It
too.
annoys me.
Yeah,
Put
that's
your
pissing me
earphones in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
What about you? What?
I am not the biggest like fan of a group chat. I think group
Oh.
chats are pissing me off.
I hate group chats.
I think they're over. I think I'm done with them.
I ignore them all.
I think I ignore. Oh, you really do.
I
And you
literally
have
do.
for a long time. And every time I chime in with something on a group chat, I regret it. I regret it. And I get added. You get added to them every fucking week. Just because we're going to this event all together. It doesn't mean
leave us
don't need another group
alone.
chat. Just message me privately.
Yeah.
Message me privately or voice note me, whatever. But I am on one for this apartment that I live in, and it's like, fine, I get it for like maintenance, but that is not a place for general chit chat.
No, shut up.
If you're not locked out.
No.
If there's not a maintenance issue,
No.
if my apartment's not flooding or it's not going to catch on fire, do not write in that WhatsApp group.
I know.
It's just giving narky vibes. I'm not a
We
fan.
don't care about your life.
Oh, I just don't give a shit. And then there's
Number
always that.
32B.
And also, I've never met any of them, so I'm like, I have no names to any faces.
Zip it, Nigel.
Like,
about your cat.
Honestly, I
know.
just don't care. But bigger than that, now that I'm thinking about it, even my friendship ones, I disengage. Right.
Front doorbell. Hello, go away.
Who is it?
It's a new group chat. It's a new WhatsApp group chat been
That's
made.
my fucking notifications for group chat.
No.
And I wish there was a button that was like,
Accept this group chat.
Yes.
No. All of a sudden, you're added.
You're just added.
You've got it's no free will.
I've got no agency.
Yeah.
Like, and then I have to, if I want to leave, God forbid, if I want to leave, I then have to leave, and then there's a notification that tells everyone that I've left.
Yeah.
And
Oh no, not anymore. It doesn't.
does it not?
No. It just tells the admin.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm going to leave all of them today.
This is what I get also stressed at, is that I have so many group chats with so many of the similar people in it, and then sometimes you say the wrong thing in the wrong group chat.
Oh,
bloody hell, not that.
nightmare.
But no, you know me,
Nightmare.
I mute everything to the
Yeah.
point where people message me going,
I
"Are you
can't get hold
alive?"
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just that our group chat that we're in with like
Yeah,
a group
yeah,
of our
bro.
friends,
Yeah.
like literally once every 4 seasons, I'll. Like,
but
once every spring I'll chime
what I
in.
will say about a group chat is that it's a very nice documentation of where everyone's at in life. Like, I actually love that our group chat with that friendship group, that's probably my longest running group chat.
Yeah.
That's been like since 2014 or something.
I wouldn't want that group chat to go anywhere
no,
either.
that's like a.
I mean,
that's
people
an evergreen.
have come and gone.
Yes, people have come in and they've come out, but the real ones.
The real ones, the calls. It's always the core ones that
groups,
stayed.
solid.
Yeah.
And I don't see anyone coming in anytime soon. I feel like
Absolutely
we are
not.
just where we are now.
There's no one coming in there.
But it's brilliant because like now, half the group of mums, all of us are pretty low key now. I mean, we always used to be up for like 3 days
Bloody
in the
hell.
basement, doing God knows what. But like now it's like the occasional, hi, is anyone out? And then we'll be like, no, I'm in bed. It's
Yeah, I know. It's 8 o'clock on a Saturday night.
Yeah,
Leave me alone.
yeah, literally. So yeah, like
Okay,
I'm
group
done with group chats. Can't be bothered. Sick
Don't
of
add
it.
us to another group chat.
Don't add me to a holiday group chat or just a night out group chat. I'm not going to participate.
Or the ones where you're added to and they don't let you speak in them. So it's just there for them to
yeah.
purely talk at you. So you can't say anything.
I'm like,
well,
no.
I don't have a voice.
I don't have a voice.
I'm invisible. I've basically been added against my own will.
voiceless.
And I can't even talk.
It's like being yelled at.
Like
They're yelling at me.
It's like being brought into a room blindfolded and mouth taped and not being able to say anything, but just being like, "What?" And who are these?
Bombarded
but
with
a load of
information.
other people that you don't know in the same room that are also blindfolded and being mouth taped, and you're thinking, "Who are all you?" And we can't say anything or get out.
That is literally the group chat. That is what it is. I hate it.
It's exhausting. Stop doing it to us.
Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Right, you're off to LA, aren't you?
I'm off to LA.
So we're gonna have a little breaky break next week, a little mid-season break,
yes.
aren't we?
And then I'm back.
And you're back.
Hopefully I'll be tanned and
I'm sick
zen.
of it.
I just thought about this. I only went to Ibiza for 48 hours with Paul.
And that wasn't relaxing.
And that was not relaxing.
A trip with Paul Taylor Mills is never relaxing.
We're too much having a good time. You can't relax with that
Do you remember when I thought Paul was dead?
Oh my God, can we please talk about this? Oh my God. Kiara thought Paul was dead.
You know what that's like?
I totally knew why you thought he was dead.
There's a certain quality of a photograph that would only be used in someone's death carousel.
Which is Dom's fault. Classic Dom.
A guy posted
Our friend Dom.
Dom posted a photo of Paul,
And
it was
Dom.
like, and it was like from Instagram about 7 years ago. It was like the Sierra
Grainy.
filter. It was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I went, I can't explain it. My gut instinct is like, Paul's dead.
It was this picture, like a really old photo. of
My heart
Great
dropped
knee.
out of my bum. It was like,
because they were running the marathon, and he was trying to be like, "Here's my old friend."
It was just
Paul.
another dedication post, but I literally, I went to message you. I'm like, oh my God, what's happened? And then I read the caption and it was just like a nice throwback. But I'm like, do not use that type of photo because it looks like someone's died.
We need to put the photo up on our Instagram to show you, because as soon as
You can't explain it, but it just
I
is.
went to see what she meant, I howled. I was like, I cackled. I was like, I know exactly what she means. It looks like Paul's dead. But he's not.
David's dead.
David's dead. Dom! It's Dom's fault.
Had a heart attack.
That is so funny.
And now every time I see Paul pop up, I'm like, I'm so glad you're not dead.
I'm so glad you have a newfound respect for Paul's life.
Yeah, I really
just for
do. I
him
really
being
cherish the
alive.
day. Have fun in LA.
thank
Don't
you,
miss me too
darling.
much.
Yeah.
And we'll be back week after next. with some
Fabulous.
more ramblings. And maybe a song. We've got a song.
Oh, we have got
We've
a
got a
really
song
fun
coming.
song up our sleeve.
Yeah.
So we're really excited
We're
about
gonna
that.
do it.
We did our first album, and really,
Yeah.
it's actually, sometimes you just roll off our
Yeah.
tongue, and then others would just...
It was easier when we lived together, to be honest. So
Yeah.
we just come into the room, we're like, I just got my period
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
And we're
yeah,
like,
dead
that's
cat
a
in the
song.
road.
Yeah, yeah. Dead cat in the road.
and yeah, so the piano would just always be there,
Yeah.
and we just always start singing.
Yeah,
So, but we don't have
We're gonna
that
do another
now.
song because I want to do it.
Yeah.
What are we doing it about again?
My tiny beard. My tiny beard was the influence.
Tiny beard. Yeah.
But
that's
actually,
it.
to be fair,
Yeah.
that did get a lot of. I got a lot of DMs from girlies.
There's a lot of girls out there with tiny
They
beards.
were like, "Oh my god, I feel seen. I can totally relate." So yeah,
That's what we're here
respect
for.
for the tiny beard or facial hair club.
Respect. Love you.
See you soon.
Bye.